everyone, welcome back to my channel. So if this is your first time, kindly hit the subscribe button down below and hit the notification bell so that whenever I upload new videos, you'll get updated. So in today's vlog, guys, I will be sharing to you my personal tips on how to get a job here in Singapore. And most of you are asking what's the best time to apply jobs here in Singapore. So I have my own personal experience and my own personal tips about how to find a job in Singapore as foreigner. So I have listed some of the things that I'll be sharing to you based on my opinion. And since a lot of you guys are asking me how to find a job here in Singapore, what's the best time, what are the tips that I can share with you, then I'll be sharing to you guys the things that needs to be remembered before going here in Singapore. So Chinese New Year is very near and a lot of Chinese locals here, most of them are resigning. Usually it's very common even in other countries. So after Chinese New Year or before Chinese New Year, there are a lot of job opportunities here in Singapore because a lot of Chinese locals are resigning to their job. Maybe they don't like the job, maybe they want a new beginning, maybe they want to have a fresh start. It's very common even in other countries, even in Philippines. There are a lot of people resigning for their jobs because they don't like the company and all. So it's very common. You may try to reconsider it after Chinese New Year to try your luck in applying here in Singapore. So another one is locals here usually just resign if they don't like the job. So it's actually very common as well in other countries if they don't like the job. But the thing here is that locals here it's like easy for them to find a job because they don't have like 30 days visit within 30 days you need to find a job. So it's easier for them to find a job than a foreigner because as a foreigner you're only given at least 30 days stay here in Singapore. So you need to do your best to get a job within 30 days, or if not, you can extend, you can request for another 30 days extension. But if you cannot, you need to exit and then go back again here. So it's a bit hassle. It will cost you a lot of money. So before you go here and plan finding a job here in Singapore, make sure you save a lot of money because the cost of living here is very expensive. So that means in my country, in Philippines, so it's like $1 here is equivalent to already 37 pesos. So when I came down here in Singapore, I was only like 14 days here because it felt like I'm losing all my saving within just like 14 days or a month. So you need to save a lot of money before you go here, and make sure you have some friends because finding a job in a foreign land is quite stressful, discouraging. So make sure you have the full strength, you have your friend who can at least share your experiences, and find someone who's also finding a job here in Singapore. It's a way for you to get encouraged. Another thing here is employers usually hire foreign workers, especially for sales, F&B, food and beverages, or customer service. The reason why employees hire these things is that locals usually want indoor jobs like office, admin, HR, or IT jobs. They actually don't like outdoor jobs like sales or F&B. It's not like all, but most of them don't like outdoor jobs. They like indoor jobs, and that's why most of the time, if you have like a bachelor's degree, and if you apply for jobs for IT, just like me, I'm actually having a hard time finding a job here in Singapore as IT because there's a lot of competitors, and most of the locals here are IT graduates or computer literate. So it's hard for me since in a company, they should have a quota for a foreigner. On my end as a Filipino, there should have like at least 7 locals before they hire a foreigner. Another is Singaporeans usually proceed for higher education and get their master or doctoral degree for higher pay, which means they usually aim for better positions and pay. So jobs, if you are a foreigner, most likely you get sales job, customer service, and food and beverages. It's very easy to find a job on those sectors. And Singapore is a multiracial and multicultural country, so it's very easy for you if you speak in Chinese and you speak English. You'll be able to find a job here in Singapore. But right now, Minister of Manpower here in Singapore is limiting the foreign workers, so it's quite hard for you to find a job, especially if you're just fresh graduate. I have a friend who is civil engineering, and then he have a lot of experiences already. The one who is already contacting him is the company itself. So it's very easy for him to apply because he have already the experience. So as long as you have the experience, you have the courage, and make sure it's like the strength of your experience is very good, then company will be able to at least consider your resume. By the way guys, if you are planning to apply here in Singapore, I have some like tips for you. You can just double check on the video description. I'll be linking my article. Those are the tips that I can at least share to you before you come down here, so that you are prepared enough in finding a job here in Singapore. So thank you for listening. If you haven't subscribed yet and you want more blogs about Singapore, kindly comment down below. Don't forget to subscribe and hit like. It will help my channel. So thank you again for watching.